I had a message off him saying, I go by the name of Garuda. I got muted by one of your low IQ subordinates, John Palmer, or a mod. Message me when you are done cooking. I will be watching the vid, so tell me when you are done. I've replied bang on 5 o'clock with the link, and we're just waiting now to see if he comes. Hello, Chip. What is happening? I saw Chip a couple of times at VCO, but we never really had a talk. It's a shame, man.
Hey,
what can you do? Here he is, man. I am there, yeah. Garuda, we are all waiting for you. Surely just click the link, innit? I've sent you the link on the email. Just click the link on your phone. Big up the Broccoli Brigade. I haven't heard that one. Hello, Arena. Yes, John. John, why you... Hang on. You're on a different account now? Or have you changed it again? Come on, Garuda, man. Dylan is his name. Or Dylan. Dylan. Come on, Dylan. Ooh, he's coming. Mel and Steve in the building. Can you imagine being someone trying to defend animal abuse, exploitation? Have they not seen any non-vegan look silly when they're vegan? This is what I mean. Mel, this is why they don't show up. I love it how I know it's Mel as well. It's never Steve, but say hello to Steve. They never... I mean, I do believe he's going to come in very soon, but they rarely show, man. All the geezers are good. Tone in the building. Hello, Martin.
Will he be the one through Savage, though?
Everyone always says I've got a look-alike, man. Here we go. He's coming. Yes. Hey, respect where respect is due. Can I have the thing back? The tripod from the scene. Here he is.
How are you doing, sir?
Right, mate.
I know can hear you.
Yeah, all good, mate. Do I call you Dylan?
Can you hear me? No, it's Dylan, but I'm okay with you mispronouncing it. It's a weird name to say, but it's Dylan.
Dylan, okay, mate. Usually I'm used to D-I-L-L, but D-E-L-A-N is Dylan. Mate, respect where respect is due, man, because the crew didn't think you were going to turn up, but here you are.
Not my first rodeo.
Yeah, man. Are you drinking beer?
Yes, I am, but no one can prove it because I'm drinking kombucha.
Oh, I thought it was like a pint. I thought it was a pint, man. Okay. Give me 2 seconds, mate, and thank you for coming, man. Can we get a round of applause in the comments for Dylan? Fantastic, man.
I prefer you to call me. I prefer you to call me by my YouTube name.
Garuda.
Unless you're gonna tell me your name.
Okay, I'll call you Garuda then.
That's fine.
What does Garuda mean?
Well, Garuda is a video game character that I had. Garuda Legends is basically like using the demonic energy of people and manifest to kill all the evil on Earth. Is from a Street Fighter game, but however, the Garuda is like a deity that is Hindu, and that he protected a village, a bird deity that killed a snake serpent that's trying to kill a village. So either which way, they always try to protect people. So
that sounds fucking brilliant, and you sound like a vegan. I think we're going to get on really well, man.
Yeah, well, no disrespect. People call me anti-vegan. I'm not, because I said, like, I'm actually interested to eat your curry. Well, and I actually think it's important if we talk good things about each other, because you're a very handsome man. I'm not gay or anything, but you're a very handsome man.
Likewise, man. I'm not gay either, and you two are a charming individual. So let's get it on, man. Now I only put anti-vegan troll because it makes it a bit more interesting. I'm guessing for people, but
Oh,
you
that
might
makes sense.
not. You might be an open-minded individual who doesn't troll and just maybe
Oh,
wants to know more. And if so, fantastic, man. How's Florida?
okay. Well, oh, Florida is very hot, humid, and also too, you could get trapped in a hurricane into a, like it's just like it's hot. It's like every day is like water. It's just like ooh, water take me. So who knows?
Wow. Yeah, man, it can be quite sketchy, innit? I've heard. But yeah, I hope all is well, mate. Anyway, let's get it going, man. So, Garuda, please introduce yourself. I know it's Garuda from Florida, but let's get your position for the crew.
Oh, okay. So my position is simply like this. I am really terrified because I love all human beings, and the healthiest diet on earth is not a vegan diet; is an omnivore diet. But however, vegans could think their diet is healthy, but as a person who loves human beings, I'm actually tragically afraid of vegans losing their life younger than they can. And also too, big pharma could always go. And I'm big disagreement with big pharma and pharmaceuticals, because if you use drugs for pharmaceuticals to supplement your diet, no matter what diet it is, a vegan diet or whatever, a carnivore or anything between, you are unhealthy. Omnivore diet only has the proper nutrition from every angle that could actually literally get you the best life expectancy, the best health, and also to the longevity to make you live to have the highest life expectancy and live the longest to 126. That's my angle.
Okay.
And also too, because okay.
Okay. Well, um, so 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 we're not talking about veganism. We're talking about nutrition, aren't we? So can I just get it get it straight? So if if someone was to say that 100%, like it's factual, right, in a book, fact that um, a plant-based diet is nutritionally sound, you actually agree with the vegan message. You agree that we shouldn't be exploiting animals if we don't need to be. Is that where you are?
No, I disagree. No, I disagree. I believe in longevity, and the vegan diet is scientifically proven to not be optimal compared to a Mediterranean omnivore diet.
Okay. So what I'm saying is,
So,
let's just pretend that it was. Let's forget the facts or what the truth is. Let's just say, hypothetically, the Lord, the God or whatever you believe in, says to you that 100% you can live fine and healthily on a vegan diet or a plant-based diet. Would
well,
you would you do it? Would you say, okay, I understand where vegans are coming from, but it's just the nutritional side? Do you know what I'm saying?
yes, is it a nutritional side? I don't need God, or I don't need science. I could rebuke God, and I could just only be an atheist and do science. I could rebuke science, and I could do, but religious people created science. So basically, if the healthiest diet on earth was a vegan diet, I would be a vegan.
Okay,
Simple as that.
that's what I needed. Yeah, so I needed from you to say that you understand the vegan principles and the vegan philosophy. It's just the fact that you think that it's not nutritionally adequate.
Is not literally is not.
So we agree on the ethics. We agree that we shouldn't unnecessarily.
No, I don't agree on the ethics. No, I don't agree on the ethics. I have
Why
no
don't you?
problem. I have it.
Why
Oh, you want to talk
why
about
don't you
ethics?
agree?
We could talk ethics real quick though, because you might think that I have an ethical argument. I think we should have talked about this before,
Yeah, man.
because
Ethics. My position is we should not be unnecessarily exploiting, using, abusing, and violating little baby animals for no reason at all. Obviously, you believe that we that that's okay. Explain, man. Like, why is that okay?
well, vegans think it's okay though, because you have to understand there's like the best way to promote bees, which is the most important animals and insects or animals, is to buy honey from the honey ranchers. Also, too, to be able to say like animals are important, that means you will have to stop traveling, and you will have to stop buying products. You will have to stop making sure that every single grain of rice, beans, quinoa, Fruits and vegetables is not killed by animals. So we could talk about ethics all you want, but the thing is, vegans have no ethical lane because there's no such thing as a vegan that doesn't kill animals.
No, no. So first of all, mate, veganism isn't about killing. It's just the most widely discussed topic because of how bad the meat and dairy industries are. So veganism is the opposition of exploitation. So don't use animals for clothing, don't use them for food, don't use them for entertainment, don't use them for cosmetics. Just leave animals alone. So it's not actually to do with killing. And I'll give you an example. Um, I am against the exploitation of humans, but if there was a human climbing through my window at night, I would attack the human. But that doesn't make me pro human exploitation or pro human slavery for defending or killing in certain scenarios. And that goes with animals as well. So just because animals die and humans die in certain things, that doesn't mean that you've got to be one or the other. That doesn't mean that you are then allowed to be pro exploitation or pro slavery. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, well, no, I fully agree with you, but I think you got it wrong because do you believe? Because for me, humans are not animals. Do you believe humans are animals?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking, walking, tax
Okay,
paying, corrupt animals.
okay. So do you understand that for all your fruits, vegetables, and grains, human beings are exploited, right?
Where's that? Sorry, where?
Cashews. Have you ever seen how? Have you ever eat cashew?
Yeah, I eat cashews, man. Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, look up a cashew, and women literally get third-degree burns with it. Literally, hands are like wrenching down to the bones. That's exploitation.
Where's the
People who pick the
what
fruit,
country is that in?
people who pick the fruit in America, they get slave trade places because people who are vegans, they will never go and pick their own. They're just like, ooh, it's just like they want to blame people on the meat food. But sorry, I was like, ooh, your meat will be cheap. It's like, but why don't you go pick your own fruit? Because people who pick the fruits and vegetables and dealing with cashew and get third-degree burns, literally get paying slave trades, slave wages, and they're exploited just
Yeah,
to
okay.
vegans to get their food.
That's not nice. That's not nice that workers are exploited. But it's a political issue, and it's a corrupt government or corrupt organisations that have put these people in place that you say are exploited. Um, so what you're saying is they're like it's like slave labour. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, slave labor and exploitation. They
Okay.
should be.
So
They should not be paying slave wages. They should be paid normal people wages.
okay. So imagine now I've got a puppy farm in my garden with little puppies, 60 puppies in my garden. I fist the puppies to get them pregnant, breed the puppies, multiply the puppies, take the puppies away from the mother, steal their milk, and then repeat until I want to chop them up, boil them alive, skin them, slit the neck, and put them on a sandwich. If you said to me that's bad, and then I turned around and said, well, what about the people who are on low wages in South America? You think I was nuts?
No, I wouldn't think you're nuts because I eat meat. So I was like, if you want to eat any animal, because humans are not animals. So if you want to eat animal, it's just like I don't really care because I eat animals.
So you would be okay with the puppy farm in my garden where I fist dogs and breed them and chop them up and stuff?
I eat cows, pigs, and chickens. So it's like I would be a hypocrite. I don't care. I never eat puppy meat. They don't sell puppy meat in America.
Mm. So you're
So is the truth.
so what? Why at the start? If you're pro slavery and pro exploitation for meat and dairy, why at the start of the discussion did you say that if the vegan diet was
Animals are not slaves. Animals are not slaves.
hang on. So if if you've just said that now, you've just said you are pro enslavement, pro exploitation, pro meat, pro dairy. If that's the case, why at the start of the discussion did you say that if the vegan diet was adequate, you would adopt a vegan diet?
Yes, if it was the healthiest diet and could give me the longevity, I would do it. But I also said that vegans kill multitudes of animals for their vegan diet,
Yeah, yeah. No,
and they just want to push it off.
I'm not denying the fact that humans and animals die to produce things that I consume to survive. So humans die in food transportation, animals die in crop protection. But why does that give us the right to then go and exploit and enslave animals when we don't need to? Think of it as humans. So
Oh,
imagine,
oh,
imagine.
so you see, this thing is, when it comes to exploiting humans, I'm not against it because there's my own tribe. There's no such thing as exploit animal because there's a scientific fact that humans are omnivores, and meat is a necessary. Being a vegan is a choice. You could choose to be a vegan, you could choose to be a vegetarian, but meat eaters are necessary for longevity. That's a simple fact, and it's a scientific fact. So you could choose to be a vegan, or you could choose to be longevity and live as long as.
So
Simple as that.
which one do you want to talk about? Are you done with the ethics now, and you want to talk about nutrition, or do you still want to talk about ethics? Because I want
It's
to.
ethical. No,
Let, let,
no, we
let,
could talk
let,
about
let,
ethics though. So
let's.
so let no okay. So ethically, you cannot judge me for being a human being, and human beings are meat eaters. We're omnivores and not herbivores. Just like how you not blame a chicken or a cow, or sorry, a chicken or a pig or a fish for eating other animals.
Yeah, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. I'm trying to work out where your line is because my position is, look, I don't know if you've looked at any of my videos where I state that nobody is the one true savage. Maybe you are the one true savage. Maybe you are the one that we've all been looking for. But as far as I'm aware, and from what I've gathered, you're probably a nice bloke who has got morals that we've all got. I can imagine that. I mean, if you've got a family,
Everyone has family. I don't. You're talking about like a wife and
everyone's
kids.
got family, but I can imagine that you're you got a family and you're a nice bloke and your morals are like everyone else's and you're not violent or you're not aggressive. I don't know. So my point is, I'm not judging you for eating meat. I'm just saying if you're the type of person who is not violent, hasn't got an impressive mindset, you know, abides by laws, doesn't participate in any other kind of oppression. I'm just asking you to rethink it and think, well, if I'm not that kind of person who is a savage, should I be then, funding industries that are reliant on slavery and exploitation, despite your body being able to biologically absorb and digest meat and dairy? I'm saying, right,
Okay,
I'm not
well,
judging you for that. Like, I'm not judging you for that. What I'm saying is, does it really align with who you really are? Are you the one true savage?
no, okay, slavery and exploitation. I already explained this to you before, so I'll be more specific. Slavery is based on human beings doing free work for people. So, like, I'm black, so we've been exploited and enslaved to do work so we don't die. Chickens. One of the time the chicken has ever done work. One of the time a pig has done work. It was like they never had done work. They never escaped to say like, "Oh, it's not okay to treat us like that." If chickens want to come on the table and pigs want to come on the table, they could talk. But the thing is, they're not human beings. So you want to equate black people like me to pigs and chicken because they've never been slaves. They're just like nothing more than food or pets. Animals are food or pets. This is the distinction that you miss. You simply miss the distinction. Do you understand what
What?
I'm talking about? This.
So you mentioned in slavery. By the way, the missus is Russian, and her great grandparents were slaves. They were Slavic slaves. So um, slavery is across the board. It's in all corners of the world. Um, so what are you saying? Are you saying you're saying that slavery is bad? Um, let's just focus on black slavery. You're saying that black slavery is bad, and there's no need for
No,
you.
we could deal with all slaves. I didn't know you're Slavic. I'm
I'm not
glad
saying
people are good.
her great grandparents were slaves in Russia or
And
somewhere.
that talk.
So tell me the difference now that you've mentioned slavery. Tell me the difference between a human slave who doesn't want to be a slave, despite being able to talk. It's got nothing to do with it. What is the
I'll
difference?
tell you this. I'll tell you the simple truth.
What is the difference
Sorry.
between a human slave who does not want to be in that position and a non-human slave who also clearly does not want to be in that position? What is the
The
difference?
reason why, no, no, the different is slaves always ate meat. There's no such thing as slaves that was vegans. So slaves, even slaves, was subjugated by human beings, which was in slavery to do something for somebody else against their will to actually make their life better.
But you,
Chickens and cows and livestock don't make slaves like better. They're nothing more than like pets or dogs, or sorry, pets or livestock. So com- co- um, correlating slaves, no matter where the slave is across the earth, is no remotely close because every single case of all slaves on earth, whether a Slav or a black person, they always ate meat because even slaves had pets and livestock.
yeah, but what's that got to do with what I just said? So what I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
because your misuse of the word slave.
okay, let's start again. Let's start again. Let's start again. Why does a slave not want? How can I put it? Um, why do you think a slave doesn't want to be enslaved? What is it about enslavement that they don't want to be in that position? What is it?
Because it's like, why am I working for you? I just want to go back to the jungle and relax. I'm not trying to work for free, even though I'm the most skilled person doing this job. I don't want to work for free. Chicken, livestock don't work. All they do is just get fed and just like, I'd rather live with the livestock and just like go eat free food and get fat. But it's like, you're not a livestock. You're a human being. Come here, and then we get treated different. No matter the slaves
We're
on
going
earth,
off.
we
We're
always
going
get
off. We
treated
need to
different.
Garuda. We need to bring it back to veganism. We need to bring it back. So when I
I'm
said
talking about okay.
why doesn't the slave want to be in that position, you said that they just want to be free and go back to the jungle. That was the first thing you said. Now switch the slave, human slave, for a non-human slave, and now tell me that if I had a dog in a cage outside and I'm just keeping it there, what is it about being enslaved? Do you think that the dog doesn't like similar to the human? What is it?
Because the dog could fight for itself, but a human being wants to have a dog to for pure pleasure, and also to want to mold the dog into a breed.
No, no, no.
So I agree with
You're
you.
bringing the oppressor into the picture. You're bringing the oppressor into the frame. Forget the oppressor. There's a dog in a cage, just like there's a human in a cage, and they are enslaved. What is it about being enslaved that you think is bad? That you think that the dog wouldn't like?
Oh, so you have to be more specific though, because you're being extremely vague. Are you talking about like
I don't think I could get. I don't think I could get more accurate with the question if I tried. You've got a slave in a cage, a human, and next to it you've got a dog in a cage. What is it about being in the cage that both beings don't want? What is it that they? What is it that makes them want to leave the cages?
Oh, well, actually, that's a good question. So I'll answer that. When a human being is like, damn, I got screwed over and now I'm a slave, I'm just like, it's pointless. And it's like, goddamn, I just like have to cover my ears because of all these dark barking. And I realize these dark barking because I'm gonna get tested by these crazy human beings trying to experiment on me. I'm just like, you don't have to experiment. You can experiment on these animals before you do human trials. This is horrible. But it's like I was forced to be in a human experiment trials. They did it to my people before multiple tools of times, and it's not okay because we're humans and we're not dogs. We're not rabbits. We're not cats. We're not freaking but no monkeys.
You,
We're human beings. We're not animals. So what's you have to be more specific.
I don't know what you. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm.
No, I don't want
You,
you to say
you mentioned
anything. You need to be more specific.
you mentioned slavery. I'm talking about slavery, and you're saying that it's not slavery to keep an animal as a slave, but it is slavery to keep a human as a slave. I'm saying what is the difference?
No, okay. So let
Because
me rephrase.
I could spin it around and say, well, um, if I had a black person as a slave, um, and you say, well, it's only a black person, and I'm like, well, no, it's a person. You're saying that about animals, so I need to know what is it about the animals being enslaved that is different to the human being enslaved.
Do you have a border on cats and dogs, or do you have a pet or a rescue?
Rescue. Yeah, it's a rescue. It wasn't my
Okay.
dog, so I didn't buy
Do
the
you
dog.
open the door so the cat can come in and out, or the
Yeah,
animal can come
yeah,
in
the
and
door's
out?
open, man. The door's open. Should we talk about veganism? Back? Should we go back?
I'm talking about veganism. There's a lot of vegans who don't allow their animal. Okay, sorry. Okay, let me shut up.
So,
We could go back.
do you care about the dogs that are in the house then, the pets?
Oh no, I don't discriminate. I don't care if people eat animals, but it's not like just like if somebody light down on a forest for no reason. I think it's horrible because I'm an omnivore and I'm a human being. We are omnivores, so I will take offense for people lighting on a forest for no reason and people lighting killing animals for no reason. So I'm against like killing animals for just like fashion or killing animals for
You're forking an animal.
dog fights. Plants and animals should only be used for food. Simple as that. There's no reason
Only
to
food.
torture earthlings
Okay,
because
so
plants and animals are earthlings.
let's work out how savage you are then. So for me, it's like don't don't slap a dog, don't chop a cat's head off, don't do this to a cow, don't do that. It's just a no. It's just like whatever it is, no, I'm not doing it. You're saying it's okay to do whatever you want as long as you're going to eat the animal. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying if it's not a necessity, is a problematic issue based on a human being like level of just like why would you do that? You're not even eating the dog. So I'm glad the fur is gone. Like fur, it's just like what are you wearing fur? It's like you don't even eat these animals. I'm pissed off
Yeah,
about that.
it's going to go on to nutrition, but first, before we get onto nutrition, because you keep saying that it's about necessity, it is definitely not a necessity to do it. So before we get onto nutrition and talk about the necessity of certain foods and macros, I want to know how evil would the meat and dairy industries have to get before you turn around and say, I don't want to give these people money for torturing animals. So what was the last thing you ate, and tell me how it was killed?
Well, okay, so I openly admit that how they treat animals is just straight up unfair because I don't want plants to be in the most horrible conditions with pesticides on it. And I also don't want animals to be treated like shit, and fucking have to like forced to like not die with hormones and injections.
Okay.
They're
When,
all food.
when
I
you say
want
you don't
to.
want animals to be treated like shit, can you describe what treating an animal like shit looks like?
Is a happy farm is good. But like a factory farm, people talk about factory farm, but a factory farm only means that you have a certain amount of animals. That's what a factory farm means. You can look it up. You can Google it. Factory farm only means the amount of animals. But however,
Garuda,
though,
you just said that you don't think animals should be treated badly.
yeah,
What?
the reason why is because I want better sources of meat and fruits and vegetables. I hate pesticides and I hate
No.
animals
Forget,
eating animals that have.
sorry,
Sorry,
look,
sorry.
forget pesticides, forget fruit, forget meat, forget vegetables. You said you don't like animals to be treated unfairly. How do you mean? What does that look like? Can you describe how an animal might be treated unfairly?
Well, that's the case. That's the problem and the issue that we will never bridge through unless you understand how I think. Humans are not
Well, I'm
animals.
asking. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. What, in your opinion, what does it look like for an animal to be treated unfairly?
Well, it have the good life, happy animals. Because, like, literally, I was walking down in Miami, Florida. We have a bunch of ducks, chickens, mangoes, and it was just like people will stop for them. And then just like I literally seen people just like stop on the road and just like, oh, and a family of like chickens just walk through and just like whoop, whoop, and it just walk to me. We have street cats, we have like yeah. So this is what it's just like it is. We are in the economy of living in wildlife on Earth. But the thing is, like, plants is a aggressive species. So that I want to live in a world where I'm just like, you're my cat. I'm not gonna feed my cat, but I don't have any obligation to, because I don't have any obligation to like a rabbit, which is a herbivore, or any herbivore animal, because I'm a carnivore, and this is why I love dogs and cats, because they eat meat like me.
Like,
And ducks, I'm just
how are
like,
you a carnivore? Explain how you. Please explain how you are a carnivore first.
yeah, because our body is adapted to eating meat and vegetables, well, meat and vegetation. This is why we live longer. So no, there's a theory that is the proven fact that Mediterranean diet. Wait, hold on. Do you want to segue into something else?
Um, I'm trying to work out how. Hang on, this is doing my edit.
No, I think you're one of the most nicest people ever, and I would absolutely eat your food.
You,
But hold on, are you gonna do that for like food prepping for you and your family, or are you gonna give it to homeless people?
uh, if I could afford to give it to homeless people, then I definitely would. But back onto the topic. Um, so it's a bit scatty. Obviously, you keep talking about this and that. I'm saying, right, we're gonna go around in circles with the ethics thing, because you're saying it's okay to do whatever I want to an animal as long as I eat it. And now you're talking about carnivore, herbivore. So what you're saying is that your body needs meat. Um, if your body didn't need meat, would you be vegan?
Oh, I said this before, but let me say it again. If the vegan diet was the most healthiest diet, I would absolutely be a vegan.
Why is that?
But
Why?
it is not,
Why?
because I want to live for longevity.
Okay. So you agree with the vegan principle, the ethics of it. There's no. If you could get away with not doing it, you would.
Well, I don't agree with it because their diet is unsound. Because 10 years, a lot of people in the vegan movement have been dying. So the estimated rate of people dying from the diet has been like rated as like 70 years old. At that point, I might as well eat a American diet of McDonald's every day, and I could live possibly longer. Just like Betty White, she loves vodka and hot dogs, and she lived to 100 or 99. She didn't make it to 100. So it's like, what's your point?
Garuda. Every nutritional, scientific, regulatory body around the world factually back a whole food plant-based diet. This isn't even up for discussion. It's not.
No,
You
no, hold on. Okay, hold on. I have to cut you on that. This one is because, so let's establish it. Do you mean a whole food plant based diet, like a Mediterranean diet that involves meat and dairy and like, or a vegan
no,
diet
no.
that excludes all animal products? Because vegans, I'm not gonna allow vegans to say like a whole food plant based diet, because supplements is not a whole food plant. Is not whole food. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about whole food plant. Let's talk. Let's go to in the nutrition.
Okay. Let's go to nutrition. I'm just going to, before we get onto nutrition. I'm just going to say that
Oh wait, hold on, hold
I
on. No, no. Before you go on, I respect you, and there's no beef between you. I'm passionate, and I love you, and I hope I meet you
thank you, man.
because you're really
Well,
cool.
this
And
is.
I'll make you vegan food, or I'll buy vegan food with you, so we can just talk forever.
This is
Because
it, man.
we can talk
I
forever.
was just about to say that a similar thing. You are clearly not the one true savage. You're clearly a nice bloke who isn't violent and isn't aggressive and isn't barbaric and hasn't got an oppressive mindset. This is why I believe that deep down you shouldn't act like the one true savage. I think that you shouldn't pay these violent people to do violent acts, ones that you probably wouldn't do yourself. And that's going to lead me on to nutrition. So um, what is it that you think that you get that all the people in the comments who know you from your level of commenting, what is it that you get that
Oh,
they don't? So you're saying that
nutrition, nutrition,
yeah, but what
nu-
nutrition specifically? What is it that I'm missing that you
taurine,
pardon?
collagen, B12. Oh, my computer's over there.
D3?
Vitamin B. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Let's talk about collagen. Let's talk about collagen.
I'll make it easy for you, mate. I'll pick the three main ones. I'll do you a favour and I'll tell you the three main ones. So you've got the omegas, you've got D3, and you've got B12. So all the amino acids and stuff, the essential amino acids that we need from food, obviously we need to get from a variety of plants. The rest of them, our body produces. So it's literally only B12 that comes from bacteria, D3 comes from the sun, and omegas that people usually get through fish. So the main one is B12. The main one is B12 because the way the world has gone, it's modernised. There's a lot of pollution. There's a lot of sanitisation, and this has affected the cobalt in the soil. Now, 200 years ago, people would be eating out of the ground and eating vegetables and fruits and whatever, obtaining a small amount of B12, which is what we need. In this day and age, farmed animals and plant-based
But
food.
hold on. Before you say that, I agree with you because monocropping literally rakes the soil. So I understand what you're saying because monocropping is the most soil destructing thing that's ever happened. Because
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, a vegetable, and then just like, oh, and then you eat like a Asian cat. It's like, boom. Oh, okay, that's a little bit.
No.
Mate,
Regardless of what causes destruction of the earth, I'm saying to you, the reason that B12 has to go into food and has to go into farmed animals is because we can't obtain it naturally, and animals struggle to obtain it naturally. So we get supplemented with B12 in our food, which is why no one in the comments is B12 deficient. Yeah. Secondly, D3. D3, people who live in sunny places get enough D3. People who live in this shithole, such as me, don't get enough D3. So maybe in the winter we have to take a D3 tablet. So this goes to meat eaters. This goes to plant-based people. These laws are across the board, regardless of your diet. You probably might need a B12 tablet. You probably might need a D3 tablet. And omegas, there is a lot of debate on whether DHA is converted and whatever else, but no one seems to be deficient in no one's got brain fog, no one's lacking omegas. If you
so
are worried
okay.
about your omegas, you can get an algae supplement, but that is it. No one is deficient. So in 2025, with supermarkets living in the Western world, tell me what we are lacking that you get but we can't get. What justifies stabbing an
Taurine.
animal in the throat?
I
What
already said it.
justifies killing an
I
animal?
already
What
said it
justifies
earlier.
enslaving an animal?
Taurine. I already said it. Taurine.
But I've already said I can keep repeating it, or you can Google it yourself. We produce.
High level and concentrated saturated fat.
Pardon?
High level of saturated fat. Sorry. High level of saturated fat. I said it
What
before.
meat has got high level of saturated fat? Yeah.
Collagen, which is more important to make your skin look glow. Because, like, come on.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna have this wrinkle on
yeah, but
my head. But
tell me who has got a collagen deficiency? No one's got these
vegan.
deficiencies.
Okay, what do you find collagen in naturally plants?
Well, you tell us. You tell us because you've got a screen in front of you and you're
No,
reading.
you're the vegan. I'm asking you a question.
No, go on. You
No,
show me.
you asked me. Okay.
You
No,
read
you asked
out.
me a question.
You read out what it
So
says.
okay, so where can you find
We'll do
collagen in
that. 2
plants?
seconds. Hang on a second. Hang on, I've got to give a parcel to the doctor.
No, where can you find collagen outside of your body growing it? No,
2 seconds.
because you said your body grows it. Tell me what. Oh, okay.
I've got to ring you in a sec.
Oh, so you have an animal in the house? No, I said collagen outside of plants. You say your body grows it. Boom. You said taurine. Boom. Is only fun. So and okay. So have you not seen the recent say like vegans have like
Sorry,
so
I'm back.
or
I'm back. Right,
okay.
where were we?
Sorry.
Carry on. Sorry.
Okay. So I was saying is like like taurine and collagen. Like, where do vegans get that? You say you could do it like in your own body.
Yeah,
That's,
because
I mean, that's a fact though. That is a fact. Sorry,
no,
that is a fact.
it, when we eat vitamin C rich foods, this supports collagen production. No one is deficient in collagen. No one. I don't know. I
Where
don't
do
know
you get
any
collagen
vegan who is
from? What is
deficient.
you building your own collagen is literally using the last stores. How do you amplify your collagen?
By eating vitamin C rich foods, which is piece of piss to get.
Name one.
Vitamin C foods.
No, collagen is not a vitamin C food, not citrus.
No,
Collagen is
mate,
only exclusively come from animal fats.
no,
You
no,
were
no,
just
no, no, no,
wrong.
mate. Our body can give us everything we need, and different things are supported by different intakes of vitamins and different minerals. Like there's only the three we spoke about that people need to be wary of. That is fact. There's no point me sitting here telling you about it when you can just research it yourself. There's only the three things that are listed.
I'm
Our
researching
body
and
can give us everything we need. Um, and it's why no one is deficient in collagen. It's why no one is deficient in all these other things. No one is like lacking taurine. Do you know what I mean? So, um, but yeah, mate, I mean, scientifically and nutritionally, there's no point me sitting here saying to you, we can get this, we can get that. No one's deficient. Da 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 da. There's no point doing it. There's no point talking about it. So we need to go back to ethics, man. We need to go back to
I
animal.
think we should talk about ethics because when it comes to like the biggest factor of vegans leaving veganism is because of health issues. So let's go back to ethics.
Mate, no. You can be unhealthy on a vegan diet. You can be unhealthy on a Mediterranean diet. You can be unhealthy on a carnivore diet.
No, hold on. On a Mediterranean diet, you cannot be unhealthy. Literally, scientifically backed as the healthiest diets on earth. If you eating like you could be if you're a Mediterranean diet, you will not be healthy and you will live longer, have the best life expectancy. So that's false. What you just said is trying to gaslight. I'm not
Garuda,
gonna let you slide with that though.
people are calling you a troll,
And
but
the Mediterranean diet, the Mediterranean diet
I,
is not vegan or vegetarian, by the way.
I don't think you're a troll. I don't think you're a troll. I think you're a non-violent person who is trying his best to justify violent decisions, such as paying someone to be violent. I don't think you're a troll. I think you're trying every little thing in the book to justify your choices because I think deep down you're a good person. Deep down, you are not the one
Well,
who's
no,
established.
I know I'm a good person. I'm a sweetheart. I
I knew
help
it.
homeless
I knew it,
people.
man. I knew it. I
But
knew it.
let me tell you the story because I'm from the Caribbean. Where you from?
England,
No, no, where you was born and raised, or not raised, but where you was born.
England.
England, that's cool. I was born in the Caribbean. I
Mm.
remember I was always a sweetheart, and I remember like it was like school of fish was nine of my little hairy legs, and I just grabbed them and I just ate them. I grabbed them and then just like start eating them because I
Mm.
cast a net and I would start eating them alive. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking to the wrong person. I will eat animals alive. So you're talking to the wrong person. Animals to me are a very extra part. There's a difference
So you
between.
are
So
violent. You are violent.
I'm
And
not violent. If I see a chicken crossing the road, I'm just like I'll jump it across the street. Or if a duck and the duck family crossing the road, I'll fucking jump and just like whoop out and just like jump in front of a car and then just like hopefully don't get fucking jumped and just fucking they stop and just let these ducks cross because
so
there's no. So
so
yeah,
so
and also too, I'm a big fan of cats. Cats love me. And just like I can't imagine because they fucking just like you're a shitty hunter, so they'll bring rodents. And like, don't bring a rodent here. I can bring you in here to bring to kill the
no, but mate,
rodents.
in the same paragraph, you told me that you eat animals alive, and then you told me that you help animals cross the road. Can you not see where the vegan mindset and opinion comes from? That this is fucking nuts. Like, can you not?
Well, okay, so I don't understand that. This is what the disconnect is. So I'm glad we're talking about this. So we could. So can we segue into ethics? Because that's pretty ethical question
Well, yeah,
though.
I'm confused because, like, okay, let me give you an example. I would help the chickens cross the road, and I also wouldn't kill the chicken. You've said that you would help the chickens cross the road, but then you'd eat the chicken alive. Like, there's a massive inconsistency there. It doesn't make sense to me as to, it's like me saying I will free a slave, but then I'll also hit a slave over the head with a shovel. I mean,
Wrong.
it's two complete
Wrong.
opposites. So what where how can you be so inconsistent with the way your brain works? I don't get it.
Wrong. That's your ideology. That means wrong.
Well,
That's
no,
your
because
ideology. That
by you saying that you want to help the chickens cross the road, that is the same
Because if the
mentality
chickens
that.
crossing the road, though, the chickens are omnivores, so they're gonna eat bugs, and then the chickens already know they see me from since it was born. So it's just like I'm not gonna eat this chicken because it's someone else's property. So the chickens get walk around because, like, believe it or not, in Florida we live kind of urban, and the chickens just walk around all the time. Ducks walk around all the time, everything all the time until they get prime and ready to, like, what the. But it's not my food, so you don't know what you're talking about. But however, though, all I'm saying is just like these animals are somebody else's property. Simple as that.
Well, what
There's a
if they
difference
what, what,
between.
what, what if they wasn't someone's property and they were just walking across the road? Would you kill them or would you let them cross the road?
Well, animals like that, like because like I have like a. Sorry, ask the question again.
You you said you let the chickens cross the road, and I asked you, well, why would you let the chickens cross the road if you are the type of person to eat them alive? And then you said because they're someone's property. So I then said, well, if they wasn't someone's property, if they weren't someone's property, would you then let them cross the road or would you kill them?
No, well, I will not drive or run over a chicken. Well, first of all, mm, it depends because if I'm driving, I'm not gonna instantly kill the chicken. And just like, where the fuck is like this human and this chicken is like, oh, if I drive fast enough and fucking burn out, I'll kill the chicken and this human being learns that I don't give a fuck. But however, I will not be stupid enough because like chickens are smarter than ducks, and ducks are stupid as fuck. And ducks are just like waddle, 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 waddle. Chickens can move faster, like, and they can fucking literally flap out of a car jaw. So it's just like if a human being is like, why you wasting my time? I was like, vroom, and just like kill the chicken or ducks, and then fucking not to hit the human because I have better things to do. You but pretending that you're empathetic. It's like, bitch, I just ate that fucking duck. It's just like, I hope there's fucking. Let me go circle back. I'm not arrested for that. So that's how I feel. Get the fuck out of me. Fuck out of my way. If people actually cared, then we build a little bridge. And first of all, stop feeding ducks to come to your house because the ducks have to cross the highway from the little water that they have into the traffic. But ducks and chickens are really smart. They know how to find it. But it's like, I'm not slowing down. I'm gonna fucking speed up. And it's like, I have no time for this. And literally, if you're in the way and you get hit and boom, you're gonna die with the ducks.
Garuda, I'm not, I'm
Stupid.
not, I'm not sure what you're on about, mate. But let's turn the page and go.
I'm on reality. That's why
Let
I'm on.
Okay. Let's turn the page and go again. Um, 1 second. Is the door? They're just inside the garage. Tell him. Three of them. No, 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 that way. It's open at the front. Sorry. So Garuda, there's something called NTT. It's called Name the Trait, right? So
I
um,
love this. I love this. I
oh, no,
debated before
I
vegans.
wonder
No,
why
no,
you
no,
must
hold
watch
on.
loads of these videos.
No,
Okay, so
I debated vegan and entity, and I know how to destroy entity. My second entity debate. So go ahead, entity.
okay.
Name the trait. Go ahead. You're gonna lose.
Let's pick an animal that you said you don't give a shit about. So, did you say that it's okay to do what you want to dogs as long as you eat it because we're omnivores? Is what you said.
All animals, because dogs kill more human beings on Earth than cats. I'm a pro cat. I will never eat a cat or subjugate a cat unless
What?
it's a
Why would you?
cougar.
Why would you never eat a cat?
Because because um because I'm a stupid human being. and I believe in astrology. And based on my zodiac sign, I'm Tiger.
Okay.
Every other, and but
Okay,
other
let's be
than like
clear. Okay,
rodents
let,
like like a rat, I would never eat, and they're annoying. So go ahead.
you are something else.
Entity,
Um, okay, let's take a dog because okay, you wouldn't kill a cat, but you would kill a dog. That's I've never heard that before in my life. But okay, you would kill a dog. You would kill a little baby, defenseless young female dog. What is it about the dog that, if were true of a human, would justify killing the human in the same manner as killing the dog? Come on,
because a
Eddie.
human life is more valuable than a dog. So if I see a dog suffering and then I see a human being suffering, then I'll just like if in a case in a scenario like this dog start biting someone and just had like a kitchen knife or a steak knife or they're eating steak and that dog started lunging at an old person, the old person lunged the knife and just like because it was getting bit, I would just be like, oh, we need to save this human and we need to fucking put this mutt down, this fucking demonic dog down. Entity, yeah. Name the trait.
So what is it about the dog that, if were true of the human, would justify killing the human in the same manner as killing the dog?
Because uh
No,
human
no,
beings are not animals.
not
Okay,
because
so language and DNA and
language.
communication. No, sorry. Language is vague. Communication and DNA. Simple as that.
Okay,
DNA and then
okay.
communication.
So if there was a human who couldn't communicate with us, who was born with defects and was disabled, mentally troubled, and couldn't communicate with us, it's okay to give that human a life of misery and eventually kill it.
No, they're part of the human being tribe. If they're a human being and it's just like they're a human being, I would want to protect them because they're a human being.
But you just said it
And
was.
I'll,
You just said it's because they can't communicate, so it's not consistent, is it?
yeah, well, there's multiple people who are deaf and blind.
Yeah,
They're a human being,
I don't
regardless. I
want to
want
kill
to
them either.
protect them. The fucking that's why Braille exists. So it's like life is not over, and they can read Braille, and just like life is not over, and they read Braille, and just like learn, and then stuff like that. Braille exists though. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Garuda, you said you wouldn't kill cats. Yeah, you wouldn't kill a cat.
Mm,
Would you stop me from killing a cat in front of
I
you?
wouldn't stop people from killing a cat.
But you like cats,
Yes, they're my spiritual animals.
so so you wouldn't stop me from killing the cat if I was in front of you.
No, well, first of all, if
Don't
you
tell lies,
kill like
Garuda. Don't tell lies, man. Come on, come on, come on. Think about it.
no, no. I want. First of all, I hate dogs, but some
What?
dogs are cute, like a pug. I hate canines and big dogs because they're like, oh, that's why I walk with a knife because they're like, fuck you and your dog, and they're like, open their throat and fuck you and the dog owner. Put your dog on a leash. But however, I like cats because they could go outside and be friends of human beings. Dogs eat more people, especially young kids and elders. So I have the right to take what I'm talking about. So yes, I like cats. But if you eat cats, I'm just like, that's unfortunate. I don't care. I will never eat a cat or a
Listen, man.
dog's.
I think I've got to where my cut-off point is.
Your brain doesn't work and your logic is fucking irrelevant. That's what you just about to say.
We're gonna we're gonna do a Q and A, and you're gonna answer some people's questions. So, have we got any questions for Garuda? Let's see what. Let's just get a few questions in for Garuda.
Because you know I'm right though.
Okay. Right, Garuda, can you name a phenotype, please?
Name the what?
Phenotype. Can
Oh,
you
sorry.
name?
Can you say it in English? I don't understand the word in like your beautiful British English. I just understand the phenotype.
Chip Gaia said, "Can you name a phenotype?" That's his question.
Panther. I don't know. What's it? Can you read the question? Because I don't understand.
Chip, can you explain it a little bit better, please, mate? Right, we've got a question. While Chip is rephrasing that one, we've got a question from Avery420. If you lived in a barn and only had cats and couldn't grow or forage for plants, would you then eat the cats? That's a good question. I know where that's going.
Well, if it was that's a question for me or you? I think that's a question for you.
Because you love cats. You love cats. It's your spirit animal. If you lived in a barn and only had cats and you couldn't grow or forage for plants, would you then eat the cats?
Why not? Well, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't eat the
We would
cats.
figure a way out. We would figure a way out. I thought it was just saying like if we was a barn with cats with a cow, it's just like the cow is going to get definitely giving us milk or turn into beef. So, is
Right.
that question now?
It's the last one. It's the last one. I could have extended that further, but I'm just going to end up back in the same loop that I was in before. Right then, Garuda, can you name the phenotype difference between human beings and animals that justifies the difference in treatment?
Oh yeah, DNA and the fact that people might think who are atheists who are extremely dumb that we related to mushrooms. So if you believe you related to mushroom, if you eat a mushroom as a vegan, then you are a cannibal. Stupid. That's why I say to them. So shut up. Your question is so stupid and vague. That's why I would say it to you. I hate to use the word stupid and vague, but that describe your fucking silly question.
Chip has been absolutely spanked. Can we get any more questions for Garuda? Ask them what they don't ask.
You relate to the mushroom. So if you eat a mushroom and think they're the closest relative, you're a cannibal. Simple as that. Dumbass. But
Wow.
not you, my brother. But it's like they say, like, "Ooh, mushrooms are related to us." It's like, why do you eat mushrooms? It's like, aren't you a cannibal? Weird people.
Chip has replied to you, mate, and said that you can't name one and you're just talking nonsense, basically. I love this because I can say what other people have said without being the one who said it. I think I'm done, mate. To be honest, I don't know if Garuda, do mushrooms have feelings?
Well, they have feelings, but the mushrooms is like a more of a amoeba. But plants definitely have feelings because plants and trees, the center of their brain is not up because they have a different brain. So basically, every plant, mushrooms are different. Mushrooms are nothing more than like algae bloom, and there's actually bloom. But however, plants do have brains, and their brains is upside down. So their brains of a plant is their roots. So they just expand their mind, but they don't have like stupid concept stuff like human beings. So when people say that they don't want to, so when stupid people say they don't want to understand like plants have feelings, it's like, yeah, plants have feelings. If I touch a plant, plants go. It's like plants have been growing barbs. It's like ooh, it's like and get mechanism. This is like when I get touched as a human being. It's like if I get touched, it's like, ooh, now I have to learn kung fu to beat the person up. This is why roses have thorns. This is why roses have thorns. Roses never had thorns, and people try to rip them out the ground. So now roses have thorns, and this is why there's there's plants. There's actually carnivorous plants because they're sick and tired of this shit. So
The vegan anthem has said that you.
your question is vague, but I give you a little bit. Your question is vague, but I give you a little synopsis of the truth.
So the vegan anthem has said that humans are facultative, if I said that right, omnivores. But even if you were an obligate carnivore, you should have a principle against unnecessary animal exploitation. Now, I agree with that because the panda bear is an obligate carnivore. It's classed as a carnivore, not even an omnivore, and it survives off 99% plants. So 99% of the
Yes.
panda's diet is from plants, despite being a carnivore. Now, you're telling me that you're an omnivore, which is true. You can digest meat, but you can live. If a panda can live off plants and it's a carnivore, you can definitely live off
Actually,
plants. because you're an omnivore.
Interesting.
So what justifies a life of misery, bullying, enslavement, exploitation, forced impregnation, barbarism, and violence towards baby young animals?
Interesting. Interesting. Pandas are not herbivores. Actually, the reason why they start eating bamboo is because they get chased out of their territory by human beings. They only rely on that, and actually, they actually lost the ability to have sex because they basically like take all the vegetables and they almost came neuter. This is why they have like a panda wildlife because pandas are fucking dumb because it's like they can't fight against human beings. So pandas are meat eaters, and the pandas who are actually vegetarians, they fucking die off. And also too, they need help because basically they just want to eat like leaves all day long, like a gorilla, and then basically spend their whole time just eating leaves, and then just like basically their fucking organs just go into dissipation, and they can't even reproduce. So you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. I know about wildlife, unlike vegans. Simple fact. So whoever said that is not a vegan. They're just stupid. I don't know what they're talking about.
Okay.
But I answered that question now.
Now this is a good point because Princess Lovelorn, is that Lovelorn? Princess Lovelorn has said we're going back onto the ownership thing, which I should have said actually at the time when you said that you would help the chickens cross the road because they're someone's property, implying that if they weren't someone's property, you would happily kill them. So the question from Princess Lovelorn is: please ask Garuda if you're okay with keeping humans that aren't owned, since you said that you can do whatever to an animal that is not owned by someone. So
Oh,
his
okay.
ownership,
So,
the
so who is it? Who is this stupid chick asking the question? I will just tell her straight up. Human beings are not like animals.
there's
If a
no need to
chicken
be
cross
rude.
the road,
There's no need
no,
to be
no. Let
rude.
me answer. No, let me
She's
answer her
asked
stupid
you a
question.
question. Please, she's asked you a
Okay,
question. Please don't be rude and call her stupid or an idiot.
can you reread the question? I will not tell her she's stupid. I apologize.
Are you okay with keeping humans that are not owned, since you said before that you can do whatever you want to an animal that isn't owned? So you use the ownership as a justification for doing it. So basically, can you do the same with humans if you don't own them, if no one owns them?
Okay, so let me answer this creature's question. I am Humans are not animals. I know I don't believe I'm pro-human. No human may should be in slavery. So the question that she's asking is like livestock and pets. If you have a pet, then you keeping the pet in slavery for your enjoyment of the pet. Let the pet free. Open up your door and let the pet come in and out, but you want to open your door because you are a slave master. So don't talk to me about slavery when you actually have a pet, and you most likely have a pet. Be quiet.
Hmm?
I am a human being, and human beings are not animals. So you believe in atheism? Contradiction. So that's all I have to say to this hypocrite.
Right, that's enough. I think we've had enough. Before I go, Garuda, I just want to ask you: you're pro-human and you're pro this and you're anti-animal and you love cats but you hate dogs and you would do this to any animal and blah blah blah.
I'm not anti-animal.
Okay, you're not anti-animal, but you would do anything to an animal to get a bit of their flesh or breast milk.
No, that's
Um,
false. That's false. That's false.
okay,
Let
so
me ask you a
okay,
question. No, no, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite animal on earth?
mine.
Yes.
It's definitely not the human. Put it that way. I don't know. Fucking. I don't know. Dog.
A dog?
Mm.
Okay, so I'm not a human. So humans are not animals. My favorite animals are bees. Simple as that. Honey. So yeah, simple as that. We care more about Earth than you. So is there no logical way you could get around that? The more you support beehives, the more bee you could get because but vegans don't care because bees get rinsed for their fucking soy latte, Aussie bowl, their stupid ass beans. Is like you don't know who you're talking to. These people is thinking is like, oh, they're thinking they're smart and they're asking stupid questions. The vegans are fucking the most destructive people on earth, and they're the worst part about it. They're religious people, and they're extremely dumb. This is
I,
why people call them a
I agree.
cult.
I agree. So why are you so pro-human if you've just sat there slating humans? Why are you pro-human? What is so good about the human that you're a fan of?
Oh,
You,
I'm pro-human because I used to be a vegetarian. Vegetarianism is like 20% of the human population.
Gonski, that is it. You've evaded the question multiple times, and I think it's time to
No,
go.
I did
I can't
answer.
take it anymore. It's time to go.
Run
Thanks
away.
for putting on.
Run away.
You've really done the opposition proud. You've made some great points.
Run
Um,
away. Pro bees, pro bees, pro vegan, or vegetarian at least. Because vegans ain't doing nothing. Vegans kill the most bees on earth for their diet. We're
Thank
pro
you for
honey.
that.
We're pro anim.
I
We're pro milk and dairy.
I appreciate your time. We need to stop being violent and paying violent people to do violent things if you're not violent. The test results are in, and you are not the one true savage. Take it easy, man.